Okay, well, thanks everyone for joining Don and Nancy Carson on our weekly Zoom here. Gosh, it's hard to believe it's coming up to it's the middle of December 2023. And, we want to share our thoughts around this industry and what we see in this journey we've been on and what we believe is about to happen. Nancy, I'm just sort of opening up to you here for a second. I've been away now for the last, since the 7th, because I came down to the States with my son for a dealer meeting. Plus, we did a Collect Dirfect function in Merritt Island, Florida. And so we haven't had a chance to talk a ton. I know it's been busy there because it is holiday season coming up here.
No.
But but the weather back home, honestly, I just want you to all to know I'm just outside of Jacksonville, Florida, and I mean I stayed in the room all day today. It was that cold. I think that it's colder in Florida than it is back home because that wet cold is just, it's incredible the difference that makes. When we get a dry cold back home, but it didn't look that bad today, Nancy, and you got no snow on the ground.
Well, there's not a lot of snow, but I definitely just feel like it's been windier than usual. And so that's why there's less snow.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that here where we are. There's supposed to be rocket launches, which we're super excited to see, and they keep canceling them every day. They cancel them. So, it's too bad because we wanted to do that with my son. It was kind of a fun thing we were planning while we were here for this trip. And I just wanted to say to all of you, look, when you look at what we're going to share with you tonight, it's something that I want all of you that are brand new, those of you that look at the recording after, most of the folks that are on this Zoom, I've never really met prior to getting involved in this industry of a home-based business. And first and foremost, I walked into a room in Merritt Island on Sunday where there was 32 people. 21 million people live in Florida, 21 million people, and there was 32 people in this room to get an introduction for the first time at a live event in Florida. And it just excited the heck out of me because I just realized first and foremost just how much of a ground floor we really are at. And Nancy, you and I first went down almost a year ago today to meet Dave and Joyce in Sioux Falls to go over the concept. And it's hard to believe a year has gone by. And in look and review and the progress we've made in that year, it's pretty outstanding, isn't it?
Well, and what it was and what it is something completely different too. I mean, there were so many moving parts to get in order. And it's funny that you should say that it takes just the wind to knock NASA off of their schedule to launch a rocket. And here we are starting our company. And sometimes there's little bumps along the road, call them wind, call them whatever. You need to do things in order to get ready to be prepared for whatever the future has to hold. And so I think that when you say that it's been a year ago today that we went, or a year ago thereabouts, that we went and started this journey, the journey that we started then and the journey that we're on now is so different. Even like the evolution of what Collect Dirfect has become and what we're talking about it becoming in the future is really quite incredible. I mean, from the original part of things and what it's grown into now is just so much more massive, so much more appealing to so many more people. It's an incredible program. It's not like anything else out there, a category creator. I'm excited about the fact that we're a bunch of difference makers.
Yeah, and let's cut right to it. I mean, we're not really in the selling business as much as we're in the sharing business, and I've been getting really, really good at explaining that in a live presentation now when I've met some folks. But I had a lot of fun in Florida telling people that I'm looking for shopologists, and I'm a shareologist, so I want to share an incredible shopping extravaganza to a bunch of people that like to shop, and it put a smile on some people's faces. And I said, well, do you know anybody that likes to give away gifts? And I said, yeah, well, they're shoppers, aren't they? They go, yeah. And then I said to them, well, do you know anybody who's a fan of anything that they've ever seen? A concert, a sporting event? And they go, absolutely. I mean, I wear one of them had a Marlins jersey on. And so it was so easy to look at Collect Dirfect as a shopping extravaganza for the people that have that interest of giving gifts to somebody, bringing the past to the future and getting a bridge. I heard the great expression again, Nancy, that was very similar to what you've often said, is that bridge that you can make from people to get in a belief for themselves and get out of their own way. That bridge that, somebody that opens your eyes to opportunity can get you from a place where you're just so don't know what to do to I've got hope again. And I heard that in that conference on Sunday when a father and a son were up there, and what he described as, the database of the people that are interested in what we're doing is interesting to him. See, when I look at the demographics of shoppers out there, home buyers out there, people that are looking to make more money to be able to afford to live in their home because of the things that are going on in the world, you can look at the statistics and they say that about 80% of the people in the home-based business industry mostly are interested from the age of 35 and up. But what's fascinating is that the largest growth phase that goes quick is the youth from 18 and up, because they know how to do the social media type of marketing that you and I are learning more and more. And this gentleman that was there was describing he and his father's relationship, but he was also describing how some of the 20-year-olds that are getting super excited and what he's doing here were telling him that, this is a bridge between my dad and I now to have something to do together. And I thought, wow, you've said that for a long time, just how, the Collect Dirfect model is, sure, it's the collectible industry, never been done before, category creator, debt-free company with, millions and millions of individual items. And we're already approaching 13,000 items on our website and soon to go over that in a rapid way with our a machine that Dave's picked up now to add collectibles quicker. But Nancy, you've often said that the fascination of being able to do this, you and I together, Jackie Boyle and her husband for the first time being in business together, and we're seeing it over and over again. And I heard that in that conference, and it impressed the heck out of me because it's exactly what you've been saying all along. This is a category creator home-based business for families as well, isn't it?
Well, and when you were talking about that bridge, I told you I saw a father and a son with the hockey cards at the airport, and I realized how naturally the image that you create for your children and creating an entrepreneurial spirit is just natural here. And it's exciting and it's fun. And we say bringing the past to the future. So what we're doing is we're crossing generations here, where hockey players that played in your generation and hockey players that played in this generation, the rookie cards of both of those generations and everything all accumulating and coming together. And I'm only using hockey cards as a generalization. There's so many other things. There's Pokemon cards, and there's all kinds of collectibles that a father gets to show his son, or a mother gets to show her daughter, and everybody gets to do it together. And I mean, it's just easy. You're not asking anybody, like Dale has said a million times, to change anything that they already were doing as far as their favorite products or whatever. You're just helping collectors find what they're already looking for. And if you're not a collector, then obviously you're just interested in this business for the opportunity.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. So, folks, Collect Dirfect is a network marketing company model, but it's a different distribution channel. And I'm a businessman, traditional businessman through and through, owning retail stores, having a wholesale distribution company, been on the shopping channel. I've done online call center work where I have a call center that people would call in on and we would call them back. I've done all of the methods of distribution. But what's fascinating to me, and I love this expression, the ability to help average people make above average income. And I, when I heard that expression at a conference recently, and I think it was Dale that had said that, I thought to myself, let's look at the franchise industry. And let's say for you to go out right now and start a business today, if you had the money and you do your own research, what are you going to buy? Are you going to spend $5,000, $50,000, $100,000, $300,000, $500,000, maybe $1 million on a franchise to buy a job? And of course, you had to have earned all that money ahead of time to be able to buy that franchise. And so when I look at, network marketing and Collect Dirfect, it's $10 to get started here, really out of the gate. $10 to get a point-click share ability to drive people to our website that people could buy things from, and you can get paid, what's called a retail reward off of. When I look at that, it's almost too cheap, right? It's too inexpensive to get started here. But what I'm starting to realize now is that it's like you should step into this business with a mindset of, I want to start for $1,000 or under. And And that $1,000 or under is actually a tax deductible expense. I'm thinking that way now. And when I refer to that, I look at the different membership opportunities that are there, the dugout, the sample selection, and the bullpen. And all three of those add up to about $859.94. And if a person chose to buy all three of them and have a great variety of items, $10 items, $30 items, and a sample collection of random incredible products in one of our 12 categories, you now have a display opportunity that you could once a day, once a week, start posting on social media. Look what I found, and trigger the curiosity. And I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying that I'm starting to believe that if I look at this business truly as a tax deductible business that I can start for under $1,000 and have the opportunity to earn an above average income based on my efforts. And again, no guarantee I'll make anything, but on the other hand, these are time capsule pieces. They're not making more antiques. So when I think about the collectible industry, it excites me to think that once all of the items on our site, and if you look at the site, there might be 10, 20, 30 of them behind that site in our SKU inventory. And Dave's already said it's already 25 million of inventory loaded on the site for us all to market and growing. I'm getting all of that for the ability for $10, $9.98 once a year. And some of you will start seeing pop-ups on our app that'll say, hey, you can, agree to this, so that if you choose to be on our loyalty program because you want to receive a collectible every month, you can agree to this, but you're not agreeing to get it shipped to you every month. You're just saying that we're covering all the T's and crossing the I's going forward here to make sure you all understand that legally we have an obligation to tell you, hey, if you choose to have us ship you something, you've got to agree to it, and you can change your mind anytime you want. So if you're seeing that, it's because we're recognizing the future is going to be some unique items that are going to come to the field that are going to be limited in quantity, and some people are going to want to try to buy them all up. But maybe we'll let you buy one a month until they're all gone. And once they're all gone, the prices will go up. That's the time capsule treasure chest mentality of the collectible industry. And Nancy, you look behind you, there's some things on our shelf there that I've been starting to collect, and pictures and magazines and posters from Dave's collection. And probably the most exciting thing that I bought that you watched me do is what? I know what you're gonna, what was it that I opened up that you couldn't believe I was so excited about?
Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies.
You're like, oh my God, this one's so cute. What's this one's name?
And since then, I did research, and some of them are worth $300, $500, and so on. Of course, it's all relative to who bids them. But the value I got for my $279 and my Beanie Baby collection was incredible. So why do I share that with you as a point of business? Because that's what you're doing. For those of you that take that bridge over to join a community of people that have a like interest of helping more people make some money more often. That's network marketing. That's Collect Direct. And you all have that chance with us to do that, to be involved in the ground floor. Remember what I said, 21 million people live in Florida. And for the very first event, 32 people came out to hear the story, and they were pretty excited. None of them left. We all went for dinner after. We were pretty excited to hang around a little longer. And, I'm at an event here, and I can't mention the gentleman's name because he's a TV celebrity. And he was so excited about what I handed him in this postcard. And he is now reaching back to me already since we've been here. And next week we've got a call to get on the phone together because he sees the big picture of this industry to help everybody have a chance. And that word chance got me excited. Nancy, I'm talking here because it's so easy for me to do that. But, can you see where I'm going here? Do you want to fill in some blanks on this thought process about the startup cost of, for under $1,000, you can be in business?
Definitely don't want to talk about the startup costs, but I will talk about chance with you a little bit, because the word chance is like, I love to make the analogy of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with the golden ticket. Even when Dave did the box break on Saturday, that was chance. He opened up those boxes. We took that moment where a select few people were in on that call. And who knows what would have come out of one of those cases. He was really, really anticipating and hoping that the Michael Jordan rookie card was in there. And wouldn't have that been fabulous if it was there? But that chance is what you take every single time that you're getting a treasure. And so I described it last time when I was talking. So much of this is just so much fun. It's like a treasure hunt. Everybody's looking for treasure, and that treasure can be important to some people and maybe not important to others. And I was explaining that before too. I said, don't ever take the value out of something to somebody else, because something else to somebody is invaluable if it's attached to a memory. And so that opportunity of chance of getting that fragment or that thing that takes you back, that I've told you creates courage for some people. And that courage was the little kid that didn't know how to make friends. And so they had the it item, and they could go into a group of children and they could say, look what I got for Christmas, or look what I got. And that item doesn't just represent an item. That item represents courage. It represents putting themselves out into the universe. And that is just so powerful to so many people when they have that hot tub time machine moment where they are brought back to that memory, and it is all tied into all of these incredible things that Dave has.
Yeah, and more to come. So let's do some housekeeping and give you some of you that might see this recording after. Collect Dirfect, okay, has a website that you can go to, but you need a username. Nobody can go to Collect Dirfect and buy anything unless they are given a username by somebody. So it's called a referrer. So if somebody sends you the link, you're going to see their name on the website, or you're going to be asked to enter who actually sent you here. What's their email? What was their username? You can only get one username for that $10 anywhere in the globe. We're currently open in Canada, the United States, and Australia, and hope to expand throughout 3 other countries in 2024 and more. And what I want you to understand is that $10 gives you access to a replicated site. We're all the same, independent reps. And that site, you then connect up to your bank account. You get a chance to have the money get directed that you earn from the commissions. And honestly, let me just describe our commission structure. And if you want to understand our comp plan, go to the bottom of the website. You can click on compensation plan and read about it. At the bottom of the website, you'll see a Join Now link. And that Join Now link lets you take a look for free and register with the person that invited you, or grab a membership for $9.98 and begin your journey. The bridge could be coming to these Zooms on Saturdays and Wednesdays and learning more. That's the basic housekeeping. Now, prior to that, as a company, we've done a lot of interesting things in code, and some of the codes are changing to the right way this week. I want you to get your head around this. Customers' orders and the volume of those custom orders now will flow into your lesser leg. Okay, so you get 2 teams. We're team builders. That's our compensation plan. Number 1 bucket is team building. That's what we do. The second thing you do in your compensation plan is you coach. Okay, so we're coaching, we're team building, and the third thing is we're looking for business that keeps coming back. So we're constantly adding things. We want people to shop. We want people to know what we're doing and keep them coming back on a regular basis. So that's our concept of our business. Now, as we've gone forward, Nancy mentioned a few little things. Here's something else that's getting done this week. If you go to the website and you search and you pick an item and you then say, I'm going to go back and do some more shopping. Currently, it goes back to the beginning. So you have to go back and search where you were in this shopping extravaganza. Well, by the end of the week, that's confirmed to be fixed. The other thing is, if you go forward from one of the bottoms of the pages to the next page, it starts at the bottom of the search. It's now going to go back to the top. So these little things are going to make the search function that much easier. So for those of you that are here today, look at this room here of 78 people. Imagine the world full of an estimated 62 million home-based business people in Asia, 35 million home-based business type people in North America, and all the others around the world in all of the 800 different companies. And one company in particular, I'll just mention, Avon has 6.2 million members. One company, been around for a long time. But if you look at all of the major home-based business companies in the world, none of them do collectibles. Only one, a category creator, Collect Dirfect. So I wanted to paint that picture for you because you can see the opportunity and why we get so darn excited about what we're doing here. Because we have a chance to be in a group of people that are on a vision path to grow this in 2024 and beyond. and I'm glad you've had a chance to just hear from us. So there's a few of you here that would love to ask some questions. I've covered a bit of the housekeeping pieces that I wanted to on the search function, and that the volume for your customers is going into your lesser leg. That's all fixed now. Go ahead and come off mute, whoever asked a question, and we'll see where we can go with some question and answer.
Yeah, I would like to know where you get the postcards with the $5 discount or
Perfect.
whatever.
Great question. What's your name, sir?
Steven Stafford.
Nice to meet you. Okay, write this down. collectdirectcards.com. collectdirectcards.com. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
That's where you go, and there's 3 different choices, and I'll describe the 3 methods that you can do with those 3 choices. One, it's just going to drive the magazine on the front, which lets people look at a 52-page magazine called, and you can write this down as well, collectdirectmagazine.com. That tells people about the industry and who Dave Jordan is. Now, the second one is a $5 Save 5 coupon. And that coupon is you giving up $5 of your commission, and the customer, and in fact, the member, get a $5 discount. And the third one is our postcard program. In our back office, once you pay $9.98, you'll see the unique categories available to members only. And one of them is called Team Up With Us. The Team Up With Us category, I believe, has 260 unique items that you can buy in bulk for $19 and up, $10, $19, $29. It could be, if you're in Green Bay, a Brett Favre set of cards or Green Bay Packer cards. It could be Elvis from, if you're in Vegas. And you now attach that to postcard 3 as a gift. And that gift that you're given gets them to take a look on the QR code that'll be on that postcard and drives them to your website. That's how incredible this story is. So thanks for that question. And I hope I answered it. There's some options for you to look at for collectdirectcards.com. And then, of course, go to Team Up With Us and buy the postcards if you want to do postcard 3, or buy number 2, which is the $5 off Save 5 coupon. Next question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else got a
Dominic,
question?
it's Robert. I just wanted to say, that exact same room we were in this past weekend with 32 people, the 2 of us were in a different company that started out with 6 people and grew to what?
400 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So you can imagine where we're going.
Yeah, and that's a great analogy that we kind of popped into our head on the weekend. But what's interesting is I still consume that product, but I'm from that company. I mean, I'm still in there as a member, but I'm not a promoter, because I don't see my excitement level of chasing 800 different potions and lotions or very similar things with different labels. I've lost that kind of drive. So I love being first, and that's what we have here, right, Nancy? Is opportunity to be first.
And not like anything else out there. This company is not like anything else out there. And that is why we keep drawing these unique individuals. And it was funny when you were talking earlier, Don, and you were saying shareologist and shopologist. And in the back of my head, I'm just thinking Barry is going to lose his mind because you're just making words up. And you're going to get a note and he's going to say, stop making up words that don't exist.
Well, folks, I mean, this is your chance. If you've got a specific question on the compensation plan, I'm more than willing to answer it right now. It is probably, we might have a chance to do one more Wednesday, and then before the end of the year, like next Wednesday, and then it'll be done for this year. There will be a Saturday event, this one coming up here, and then we're going to wind down for everybody's holidays. But does anybody have a specific question they'd like to ask on the comp plan, on the packages, anything? Go right ahead.
I've got an IT question, Don, so I'm not quite sure whether it's the right space to be asking it.
Okay, well, reach out to me after that, Jackie, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay. First and foremost, I'm not the best IT person, but I'm definitely somebody that can get the answer for you for sure. And if you do have questions, often the best way to do it is go to support@collectdirect.com, and they're very good at getting back to you fairly quickly. Support@collectdirect.com. Any other questions that pop up right now? Go right ahead. We still got
Hey, Don, I have a couple of guests on the call, Ted and
Yes.
Julie. They asked a question, is there any plans on in the future having gift cards that we can purchase?
Yeah, so one of the things about gift cards is you can't pay can't pay a commission until they're used. So there's a legal requirement on gift cards, but what we are going to do is have a discount, further discount available for you to offer your customers. And it'll be your choice to do that. So that's being written in the code right now. So, you know, the gift card program and if you walk into in Canada, if I walk into Costco and I buy a card, that company's given up that margin from the purchase that you make back in that store. It's very similar to what's going to happen in our program here. You'll still make commissions off of parts of the compensation plan that drive the volume and the unilevel and so on. I'm not going into that tonight because, as I said, I like to describe our comp plan as team building. You get paid to team build, you get paid to coach, and you get paid on all repeat customers. That's kind of our comp plan in a nutshell. But your concept of gift cards will be in the what we're setting up is more of a discount offer. I hope that makes sense. And I think I've kind of answered it in my own kind of way to make sure that I don't say, go buy a gift, let's pay a gift card, don't use it. We can't pay commission unless you spend it. That's what I'm saying. So we want to make sure in our space, we are being very compliant. And part of that is to make sure that we offer the ability to offer discounts, but not necessarily buy a coupon. Now, with that said, and you may want to have a second part of your question, and I'll go to my train of thought on something else that we're looking at in 2024, but go ahead. Was there a second part of your question?
No, that was it, Donnie. You cleared it up very much. Appreciate
Okay,
that.
perfect. So can you imagine, you know, there's things out there that you could say, hey, this thing's worth $2,000 and I'd like to buy a piece of that. You know, just use your head and imagine where we can go with the vault. The vault, which I didn't touch on all of the beginning of this call with the guests that are here, will be potentially $1 million items in there that you can actually promote with your point-click shareability. What does that mean? It's going to be up to about a 10% commission that's paid on potentially $1 million item, which would be $100,000 commission. If you found a buyer, and I remember these words, when I started at the beginning of this conference tonight, I said to you, I didn't know many of you on this Zoom before we got started here. I was in a room in Florida. I only knew one person in that room originally, but I didn't know that person 20 years ago. I met them somewhere else. And so that's networking at its finest. You just never know who people know. In our space, when you think about the vault and the ability for you to know somebody who knows somebody that may want an item in there that is worth 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe 50, 100, 200, maybe $1 million, you just don't know. And my wife saw it firsthand when her girlfriend said to her, Nancy, if you ever come across a Mickey mantle, I'd probably want to buy that for my husband because they can afford it. And he likes unique one-off things that nobody else has. That's the vault. So,
and they consider it an investment.
Pardon me? In that case, yes, because you're buying one off of something.
Okay, take care now.
You could bury that and see where it's worth in 20 years. So your chance here, again, is to not know who is going to join your team, not know who somebody in your team is going to talk to that drives them to the vault and they buy something, and how our vault will pay. I'll just give you one little bit of information on the vault. The person that sells it will get half the commission, and the other half of the commission will get paid in what we call a unilevel plan, which is 7 levels up. So you could be rewarded for team building, and somebody that you brought in somebody who you don't even know, who actually brings in somebody who buys one of these big prices of items, and you're going to get a commission for that. That's the power of average people making above average income, potentially. No guarantee. I can tell you right now, I can't guarantee you'll make $1 with Collect Dirfect, but I sure love the chance that you could if you go to work and work your tail off. So anybody else got a question?
Hey, real quick, this is Jeff in San Antonio. I'm fairly new at this. The Save 5 card, the QR code, is it as it is shown on the collectdirectcards.com website, or where does that QR code go to? You may have said it earlier, forgive me.
Yeah, so when you get to the checkout, it has a spot for a coupon. And so you type in the Save 5 word there, and that'll deduct the $5 off of their purchase.
Okay, so does it go to my personal Collect Direct marketing website / whatever?
What happens is, because you're the member that introduced the customer, you're giving up the $5 of commission. It's your decision to give up the $5 commission. So as long as it's a $30 and up item, there's a minimum of $5 commission being paid. You're not going to get the $5, but you will get the volume and the other parts of our comp plan that will reward you.
Sure, I understand. So do they have to physically type in
Save
my
five.
/website?
No.
Or do they have to, or does the QR code take them directly there? That's
No,
my
okay,
primary
good. That's
question.
okay. Now I know where you're going. Okay, so the QR code takes them to, and again, later this week, there'll be 9 links in your app that you can download, and one of them will take them right to the join your team link. Right now, it doesn't do that, but it will in another 2 or 3 or 4 days. And if it goes to the join our team link and they click on it, yes, I want to become a member, or if they say I just want to be a customer, they can do that too. At some point, they're going to fill in their information, and it's going to ask who referred you. If it came from your link with your username, it will automatically fill your username in. Do it for you. It will do that automatically. As long as
That's per the QR code?
that's from the QR code. The QR code will be loaded with your username on it, because when
That's
you
what,
buy
okay,
the
cool.
when you buy the collectdirectcards.com website and you fill that in, it asks for your link, and you just copy paste it there, and that's what goes into the QR code.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? That's it. I can't believe it. Well, listen, Nancy, let's let you just bring this home with some thoughts on holiday time, and I mean stockings and things like that. You still got time, folks. If you want to order a dugout tonight, it'll get to you in time. Those $10 items are great to give away and get curiosity to people.
Well, there's just so much where you can redirect your spending. And I said the greatest part about shopping for Collect Direct is you don't have to leave your house. There's so many people that don't want to go to the mall. I went to the mall to pick up my son's pants on a Saturday, and I was going, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
So if you guys want to shop from home and take a look at some really incredible things and give your kids or the people that you love something that they'll really treasure. It could be something from their past that has some connection to some history. I suggest that you take a look at Collect Direct and look at the dugout. And it's really just helping you and your team to do so. And you can stay at home and it's going to be delivered to your house. You don't have to go to the mall.
Yeah. Well, no, and if some of these Zooms, we talk about statistics, and the online business is going in the trillions and trillions of dollars. I do see a hand up there. Ted and Julie Munger raised hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering, what is dugout?
Okay, good question. So when you join for $9.98, right?
Yeah.
You'll become a member, and you'll have right on that membership page a chance to buy one of 3 categories of products: the dugout, which is $99.98, which comes with a video to show you what that is right on your membership. So it'll describe what I'm describing: 10 $9.98 items from a selection. That's what the dugout is. The bullpen is 16 $29.98 items. Again, pages and pages of items you can pick from. And the sample collection is one of 12 categories. It could be Beanie Babies, it could be comic books, whatever, is for $279.98. That's our membership categories. And so you can start one of those, or you can just get in where you fit in and buy something from the collectible space. So that's what the dugout is.
Okay.
And there is a video
thank you.
right there on exactly what it is. When you go in there, you can watch the video.
Okay, cool. I'll go to my website and take a look.
Perfect, perfect. Anybody else? Okay, I think we did a pretty good job, Nancy, of getting people in. I'm coming home tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you and our daughter. Andrew and my son and I have been here for a week away. And folks,
Dog.
and my
and
dog,
your dog.
absolutely, I can take him for a walk, because you're done taking him for a walk every day. Folks, you guys all, if I don't see you before the holidays, have a happy holiday and a happy new year. 2024 is our year to really get this thing rocking. So we're looking forward to really being here at the right time with all of you. And, thank you for those of you that have been on this journey with us in 2023. It's been a lot of learning, a lot of, earning of friendships and community. And we're just getting started. So, have a wonderful evening. And thanks so much. I'm going to stop my recording, and we'll see you all on Saturday at noon for our little training on how to get started and how to do this right. And that'll be Saturday at 12 noon Central Time, same Zoom number. And again, happy holidays.
Thank you.
holidays.
Happy
Well, thanks,
holidays.
Donnie.
Happy holidays to you, Don and Nancy,
Thank
and
you.
everyone else.
See you, Nancy.
Later.
Bye-bye.